Hello and welcome to the video. This video will be on the 2nd Australian Tunnelling Company. In early 1915, while the Royal Australian Engineers were deployed in Egypt, the battalion-sized Australian Mining Corps was assembled from men with a background in civilian mining. The intention was to employ this unit, which at that time was about 1,000 strong, with the Anzac at Gallipoli. But instead it was moved to France in May 1916, where it also appeared as the Australian Mining Battalion. Soon after arriving in Western Europe in May 1916, the battalion was split into 3 tunnelling and 1 repairs company, and the Corps headquarters was dissolved. The 2nd Australian Tunnelling Company relieved the 172nd Tunnelling Company in May 1916 in the Neuville-Saint-Vaast-Vimy area. In this sector was the German Labyrinth stronghold located between the Arras and Vimy sectors and not far from Notre-Dame-de-Lorette. On the 29th of March 1916, the 185th Tunnelling Company had been relieved at the Rollin-Court-Chantier by the New Zealand Tunnelling Company, following which moved it to the Neuville-Saint-Vaast. The 176th Tunnelling Company moved to the Neuville-Saint-Vaast in April 1916 and remained there for a considerable time. The 185th Tunnelling Company dug subways near the Neuville-Saint-Vaast until early 1917. In January 1917, the company relieved the 1st Canadian Tunnelling Company at the Bluff in the Ypres salient. They moved to Nieuport in the same month to construct subways as a part of Operation Hush. On May 10, 1917, the company took over the 1st Canadian Tunnelling Company's workings at the Lock Hospital position. The Canadian unit had used a Whittaker tunnel boring machine for their work, but the tunnelling by machine in the Belgian blue clay was problematic, and their ward diary lists numerous stoppages for repairs. The Lock Hospital position was located at Lock 6 on the Ypres-Commes Canal, and the tunnel extended from there to a point beneath the British lines, some 400 metres away. The final approach gallery beneath no man's land to the German trenches was to be completed by silent clay kicking method. In the end, problems with the machinery and the geology led to this project being abandoned. As part of the preparations for the Battle of Messines in June 1917, the 2nd Australian Tunnelling Company began work on deep dugouts in the Ypres salient. The Battle of Messines was the prelude to a much larger battle, the Third Battle of Ypres, sometimes known as Passchendaele. The underground building activities of the Royal Engineer units consisted of a series of deep mines dug by the British 171st, 175th, 250th and 1st Canadian, 3rd Canadian and 1st Australian Tunnelling Companies to be fired at the start of the Battle of Messines. While the British 183rd and 2nd Canadian and 2nd Australian Tunnelling Companies built underground shelters in the 2nd Army area, the mines at Messines were detonated on the 7th of June 1917, creating 19 large craters. In the coastal sector at Nieuport, the 2nd Australian Tunnelling Company was involved in repelling a German spoiling attack, Operation Strandfest, in July 1917. The British 156th and 157th Tunnelling Companies were also involved. By the 14th of November 1917, the 2nd Australian Tunnelling Company was still engaged at Nieuport-Bains in the Nieuport-Bad sector. In April 1918, troops of the 2nd Australian Tunnelling Company fought a large fire in Péronne. Thank you for watching this video on the 2nd Australian Tunnelling Company. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more historical content.